me is Kenneth Da Nobrega, the Brazilian ambassador to New Delhi, and Brazil is the country in the news because Brazil in a few days is hosting the BRICS Summit in Brazil. Ambassador, welcome to Times Now. This is a big moment for Brazil. You have BRICS, and then you have COP30 shortly afterwards. Now tell us about BRICS. What are the main issues that you're looking at the BRICS Summit?
Okay, good evening. Thank you for this very encompassing question. Brazil will prioritize 6 areas under its presidency. The first is reform of multilateral peace and security institutions. The second is climate change, focusing on climate change financing. Third is cooperation in global health. Fourth is institutionalization, I would say, of BRICS. 5 is artificial intelligence governance. And 6 is trade and finance.
That's quite a lot on your agenda. First of all, let's just look at the changes in the UN Security Council, for instance. A country like Brazil should be a permanent member of the UN Security Council, certainly India. Now, is this something that is going to be discussed at length at your BRICS Summit? And what would you expect the result to be on that?
Well, I think that I should begin by saying that BRICS as a group is one of the few loci these days where countries can discuss the big challenges of humanity based on the perception that global challenges need joint solutions with the inclusion of all countries in the discussions. And also, these decisions have to be made based on consensus. So this being said, I would say that, yes, reform of the Security Council will be part of the discussions to be held in our BRICS Summit among our top leaders, certainly.
And 3 points you made are very relevant today. First, that relates to trade and the economy, because the economy has been hit because of a number of reasons, war, COVID before that, and so on. Secondly, climate change, which is a huge problem, and Brazil is one of those countries that has to take the lead. And third, very important, is artificial intelligence. That is where the future of humanity may be. Tell us, how are these 3 issues going to be looked at by the BRICS leaders?
When it comes to global climate change, Brazil will take forward its initiative it started under its presidency of G20, which is a task force against climate change. It's a 2-pronged initiative. One, providing expertise for countries to devise their own national plans against climate change, and the second, climate change financing. We need to find new financial instruments to tackle climate change challenge in a diversity of countries. Developed countries, emerging countries, developed countries, all these countries need different ways to promote climate financing. So we have to really dive into this in detail. So this is the 2 priorities within our climate change discussions in BRICS. When it comes to economy and finance, I think it's lesser known that BRICS is also a trade and finance platform. We have a BRICS economic partnership, and then under this BRICS economic partnership, we have been discussing the idea of boosting trade with local currencies. This is not meant to replace the US dollar, as you have been perhaps hearing in discussions, in a number of discussions. It's about just reducing the transaction costs of doing business among BRICS members. And by the way, transaction in local currencies have been carried on in Mercosur, for example, the South American regional integration scheme. So it's nothing new.
And AI that would be an important area.
Yes, AI, basically AI governance, meaning trying to reduce the cost of disseminating AI in the global south, and also devising an AI governance which will also respect the citizen.